Yo guys, what's going on? Today we're doing a move called the reversal transfer. Here's what it looks like. There it is. And here is the inverse variation. That's the move. Here are slow-mos. All right, guys, I have some cool kind of infinite variations and fun loops that you can do with this. But for now, I'm just going to teach you the move, and it's pretty straightforward, honestly. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off hanging onto the safe handle with our thumb about halfway up, 4 fingers along the back of the knife. You're going to begin by flipping out the bite handle and blade over the back of your hand. At this point, you can take your thumb and middle finger and kind of scoot them down, so that way you're grabbing about 3/4 of the way down the safe handle, just like so. This is going to give you a good kind of way to flip the knife around at this pivot point right here. So again, halfway down, flipping the safe handle out, pinching about 3/4 of the way down, you get this pivot point, at which point, boom, your offhand is going to come in. And this is where the transfer happens. So here you can kind of just connect the safe handle with the back of your hand, boom, right at about your knuckles. What that's going to do is cause the blade and bite handle to flip around and wind up at the inside of your knuckles, and you can grab them in a spine grab, just like so. So flipping the knife out, pinch, flipping the knife forward, spine grab. At this point, as you saw in the move, we're going to kind of manually do a spine grab fan and get the safe handle to do a 180-degree spin in a counterclockwise direction, at which point we can go into a reverse spine roll, a pinch, and an open. Now, for a little more detail on that, flipping the knife out, connecting, spine grab. When you are spinning this around, you want to keep contact with it the whole time. And this is the way I do it, but really you can do this kind of any way you want to. I push with the thumb, I insert my index finger, middle finger, spin around, thumb changes sides, index finger comes on top, and then I can use my index and thumb to push this around. I connect with my middle finger, my thumb comes underneath, and then I'm pinching with my thumb and middle finger to spin the knife all the way around. So if you want to do it exactly like I do, that's the way. But really, after the spine grab, get the safe handle around using whatever fingers you need, keep in contact. And at this point here, you're ready for the spine roll. Again, hanging onto the safe handle the whole time. You're going to spin the safe handle around till it's facing the ceiling, at which point you can pinch with your thumb and index finger and flip the knife up to end off this reversal transfer. And so, of course, that's kind of slow, but you can always put this together, spin it around, and come around, and you can get faster and smoother with this with practice. Now, the inverse variation is the exact same thing, it's just upside down. So all you're going to do is you're going to hang onto the safe handle with your thumb about 3/4 of the way up, 4 fingers on the back. This time, the knife is upside down, and we're going to let the blade and bite handle drop. We're going to insert our hand again, boom, facing backwards towards the knife, flipping up right at about my knuckles. And the timing's a little bit harder because it's upside down, but you're going to catch in this reverse spine grab position. This time we're going to do a 180-degree spin in a clockwise direction. 180 degrees, hanging on the whole time. It's a bit easier. Then we're going to do this forwards spine roll. Once the safe handle is pointed towards the floor, boom, we're ready to flip the knife open. And it's the exact same kind of feeling. Connecting, spinning, manual spine roll, and open. And as you get more fluid, it's going to look something like that. All right, as promised, infinite loops. I'm going to show you how to have some fun and basically make a combo using only the reversal transfer, which is pretty fun. So again, we're just going to do a basic reversal transfer, what you just learned. And instead of opening the knife at the end of the move, you're just going to hang onto the safe handle, at which point you can take your dominant hand back in, boom, and we can go into the inverse reversal on your dominant hand, at which point we can hang onto the safe handle again instead of opening the knife, come back. So here we go, we're reversing around, grabbing the safe handle, coming into our dominant hand, spinning around, safe handle, coming into our offhand, spinning around. So you can kind of see how you can really loop this over and over again, which is kind of a bit trippy. I mean, it's kind of fun. And so there you're just kind of going in a big loop. And one of the things about this loop, right, is you're going to notice is you're always doing the reversal transfer on your offhand. And then on your dominant hand, you're going to be doing the inverse reversal transfer into the open position. So here's kind of a funny way of thinking about it. So right now I'm starting in the open position in my dominant hand. I can flip the blade backwards, do the reversal, wind up in the reverse grip in my offhand, do a reversal, open position, dominant hand, reverse grip, offhand, so on and so forth. And if I want to switch these hands, all I have to do is instead of going into the basic reversal transfer on my offhand, if I put my palm down like this, so my palm is facing to the left, the back of my hand is facing to the right, and instead of flipping the knife into the top of my hand, I flip the knife into the bottom of my hand. From here, I can actually do that same inverse reversal. I like to go the other way around. So instead of coming this way, I go this way around and then into the open position. And now I'm in the open position in my offhand. And I can, continue doing this move, but now the hands are reversed. And I can do the same thing where instead of coming back this way, if I come back this way and come around underneath, I can switch hands again. So I hope that makes sense, but it's kind of fun because you can come here, go over the top, you can come down and go underneath, and you can do all kinds of stuff and basically make an entire combo, switching hands, which one's up and which one's down, only using this move. So hope you guys find that fun. Play around with that. Thanks for watching. Peace.